So here's a 99 F150 long bed, 4.6 V8, two-wheel drive, like 120,000 miles on it. I did all the brake lines and brakes before, but never did the master cylinder. This one's had the recall. These things would burn themselves up because that fluid was always in contact with this electrical connector, which leaked, and then the electrical connector always had power to it, and these trucks would burn to the ground. So that's why there's this funky looking recall harness on here. So we figured out what we needed to get the master cylinder off. Needs 7/16 for the back. I know I should be using a line wrench, but I've misplaced them and I got them broke loose without any troubles. And then the front line is, I believe, 5/8. So yeah, we got that. And then for the nuts that hold it on, nuts that hold the master cylinder to the booster, 14 millimeters. So we won't bore you with the unbolting. That should unbolt pretty quickly. And then there's that electrical connector, and then there's another connector down there. So we'll be back. That connector's a little hard to get off. It's underneath the master cylinder there. Had to take the cylinder off to make sure I didn't break the connector. So you gotta flip that little piece up. So we got the old one off. We're comparing it to the new one. Looks like it's the same one. We're going to have to transfer this fitting over to here, but we'll have to do that after we bleed it. It's an FVP NM3033, and that's for 99 F150, two-wheel drive with ABS on all four wheels. Some of them only had ABS in the back, so you have to know what you're looking at. So see, it's got, yep, it's got the same connector there. I'll have to move this over and back in a little while. And you need 9/16 to get this sensor off. So get that switched over and we'll come back. I've never used a bleeder kit like this before. The ones I've used had the pipes that run back into the master cylinder. This one's saying fill the master cylinder and place a pan underneath, remove the plugs, let it drip out until it flows steadily, so you're gravity bleeding it. Once brake fluid is flowing steadily, install the block off plugs. Using a blunt tool, slowly push in the master cylinder no more than an inch and slowly release it. Wait 15 seconds and repeat. Add fluid as needed. Continue to repeat until there's no air bubbles. This will take 15 to 20 minutes. Install the cover, leave the block off plugs, mount the master cylinder in the vehicle, and repeat. Let's see. Mount the vehicle, mount the master cylinder in the vehicle, and then use moderate pressure. So that's still with the block off plugs in there. Then they're telling you to remove one block off plug at a time and connect the proper brake line. It's now necessary to bleed the rest of the system. So let's see how this works. So we got it filled up, we got the plugs out, and we're waiting for it to drip. So far, nothing. Bring you back when something happens. So here's that one fitting from the master cylinder. Looks like that O-ring needs to be replaced with this one from the one in the bag. So we'll do that and bring you back when something else is going on. Yeah, we got some fluid dripping from the back port. Nothing from the front port yet. Nope. Well, it's working. It's gravity bleeding slowly. So check this out. This Wilton vise bolted to a 2x6, and then clamp that in the workmate. Gives you a nice portable workbench thing for working outside. So that's what we're using for that. And still waiting on that front one to drip. Okay, they're both dripping now, so let's put the plugs in like they said. Let's see. Let's give them a little snug. We'll use the fits all. All right. So what's next? Next is using a blunt tool, slowly pushing the master cylinder piston no more than an inch, release, wait 15-20 seconds and repeat. So we're going to use this as a blunt tool so we don't scratch that. You don't want to use a screwdriver. So we'll do that a couple times and bring you back. Another thing you want to remember is you always want to clamp on the ear here like this. You never want to clamp around here or around here, because that would distort the bore and ruin the master cylinder, because you distort it and it wouldn't be perfectly cylindrical inside anymore. So clamp it like that. It says that in the instructions, but it's a good thing to remember. Okay, we've run it in and out of the master cylinder a few times, and that's all we're getting. Maybe a 1/8 inch travel. Kind of hard to see. I think it's bled. So let's put it on the truck rather. Let's put it on the truck and put it back in the field. Can't easily get the socket in there, so using the ratcheting box end wrench. Anyway, we'll be back after I get this thing bolted up. So it says to check to see if the pedal's hard. The plugs are still in there under the hood. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. So let's take a look out here. So we have the plastic plugs still in place. So now we got to take those out, put that one fitting in back there, and tighten these up. These trucks are interesting. They've got braided steel sections in these master cylinder lines. These lines I replaced. You can get them from Dorman, and the rest of the truck, some of the lines rusted out. So I used the NiCad copper stuff, made all new lines for it, and that gravel guard is stainless steel gravel guard that you can get from the restoration houses. So that was time well spent on all that. All right, we got everything bolted up. Let's do a quick pedal pressure check, and then we'll plug those two wires in and see what we got. Oh, that's pretty good. Might not have to bleed it at the wheels. Probably still will at some point, but it's getting cold and almost winter time out here, and towards the end of the day, sun's getting ready to go down. There's the Mustang and the G8 over there. So let's put this thing completely together and go for a test drive. Okay, wires are connected. Looks like we're all done under here. Let's button it up and go for a test drive. Oh, let's go for a test drive here. Brakes feel good in the driveway. Oh yeah, work great. Probably have to bleed them because the brake light's on the dash there. I guess the system's not balanced side to side, but we'll bleed that later. And so that wasn't too bad. Let's turn down here. So that was $54.21 for Rock Auto, shipped to the house. And when you guys buy from Rock Auto, make sure you get the 5% discount code. So go online and just Google Rock Auto discount code. Take those numbers, paste them into the how did you hear about us when you're checking out, and it will apply the 5% discount to your order. And that usually takes care of part of the shipping. This was like, I don't know, I saved like $2.30, something like that. And the old truck is stopping great. 114,208 miles. Not bad for a 99. When I got it, I don't know, 9 or 10 years ago, it had like 80 some odd thousand. So we don't drive it much, but it definitely comes in handy for all kinds of things. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and we will see you on the next one. Take care. So that's a success. The 99 F150 is back in operation. A little bit dirty, needs a bath, but it's okay. Here's a shot of it. 99 F150, 4.6 V8, two-wheel drive, half ton, nothing fancy. It's a little bit fancy. It's got the two-tone, but other than that, pretty basic truck.